Hey guys, it is day 4 of how to come out of the coronavirus lockdown ahead of everyone else. But before we get started, I'm just going to ask you that one single thing that is getting so monotonous for me to ask. I hope it's not too monotonous for you to hear, but please subscribe to my channel. And if you have any thoughts, engage with me, guys. Engage. I don't care how mundane you think it is. Just let's connect. Let's practice talking to somebody who's in the industry that you want to be in. That's probably the most important thing you can learn to do. And I am in the industry you want to be in as both a writer and an actor. Okay, let's see if I can remember this. It's day 4, and day 4 is, oh yeah, you need to practice learning scenes, okay? Because probably like the worst thing about auditioning is you usually don't get the material with much advance notice, right? And yet everyone tells you to be off book. Now, being off book is a complete that's false. You do not have to be off book. You can do it any way you want. All they care is that you're good, okay? So if you feel like you can be better by not being off book, do it. Do it. I think they actually, like, everything you do that's a little different from everyone else, like if it says dress like a cop and you dress like a sailor, they'll go, why is he dressed like a sailor? And then you nail it, they're like, that guy is good, but he totally stands out because he's not dressed like a cop. If everyone's dressed like a cop, it's really hard to stand out. But if you dress differently, even if you just come in civilian clothes, because they want you to see what you look like as a police officer, like they can't figure that out. Ugh, painful. No, anything you can do to stand out a little. Read, like don't read, don't go la 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 la. But if you're here, you know, if you can just get away with like this. Yeah, well, that's really funny. I was just thinking we ought to get serious about this. If you could do that, they don't care. Like, they do not care, especially the producers and the directors. You know why a lot of people think you have to be off book? Because somebody asked that question. Should I be off book or does it matter? And so when you ask somebody their opinion, they're going to give it to you. Doesn't mean it. Like, did that person also go, oh, if I'm not off book, is that going to affect my role, my chance of getting the part? See, nobody asked that question, or nobody even tested it out. Oh, somebody said that. Let's see if it's true or not. Because I've done everything, from read, because I didn't, I slept in, to memorize, to everything in between, to botch all my lines, or use my lines because, it says I'm reading a document, so I just read my lines as though I'm reading the document. Or I'll just stare at the document. Yeah, well, that's interesting. Because you can use that as a way of elevating yourself in terms of how you feel about the other actor, right? Like, I've had a role where I was looking at my phone. This is a TV show. I was actually looking at my phone, and some really powerful person comes in, but I'm going to treat them like I'm above them. So I never even looked at them. I go, oh, yeah, congratulations on your promotion. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Oh, hold on. Like trying to almost ignore them. All of these things can work phenomenally well. It's probably not something you want to do in a self-tape because they never get a chance to see your face. Well, they do see it in the slate. So you could start like this, like you're listening to them, and then go down to the page. Like, I'm tired of looking at you. I don't want to talk to you anymore. And then you could eyeball them a little if you want. But anyway, all I wanted to do is it's really, you want to have that skill just in case. Because if you can be as good off book as you can on book, I'd say it's an advantage. I mean, eventually you're going to have to learn the stuff. Although I've worked with lots of professional actors who were carrying the lines with them right up until the time we shot it, and they might have even had the lines in rehearsal. Guys like Edward James Olmos and Mary McDonnell, who I worked with on Battlestar Galactica, They didn't know their lines. I actually made the mistake of correcting Mary one time because I knew the lines so well because I'd been practicing for like a week, and she forgot her line, and I fed it to her, and she's like, "Don't feed me my line," and I'm like, "What am I doing? I'm an idiot." Anyway, guys, practice, 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 because practice begets confidence, and that's what most of this stuff is about. Is being able to know that you can walk into a situation, and if they change things up, you're like, yeah, whatever. That's fine. Sure, I'll do it that way. I'll do it this way. And never trying to think, I wonder what they mean. Oh my gosh, I don't know the lines. Oh my gosh. Just whatever you can do to the best of your ability, and be cool, because you are, no matter what you do, you're going to be unique, especially if you allow yourself to be unique. And that's going to be the thing that separates you from every other actor on earth. Okay? That's it. And I'll talk to you soon. Talk to you tomorrow for day 5 of how to come out of coronavirus lockdown ahead.